realised I was on mute. What an idiot I am. What an idiot. But we're back. And yeah, it's going to be a match preview. Tottenham Hotspur versus Burnley FC. I'll just write it as a title. There we go. Versus Burnley FC. There we go. Hopefully everyone's having a beautiful, beautiful day today. If you've not yet subscribed to us, make sure to subscribe to us. There is a link. The link is down below, right here. Just go subscribe and yeah, drop a like on this video. There's 14 of you in here. Let's make sure we have 14 likes. We are on 7, so half of you already like the stream. Make sure to drop a like on the stream, and we need to, before we start, we need to actually do a little poll. We need to do a poll. Like usual, the poll is coming out. And the poll today, wait a second. And the poll today will be Tottenham Hotspur will score 2+ goals. Less than 2 goals. There we go. Versus Burnley. How many goals will we score? Comment down below. Get involved and let's see who is in here today. Obviously, Josh Suits in here. Pick up yourself. Yeah, make sure to smash the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, and drop a like on the video and yeah, on the live stream, sorry. And yeah, so we're going to be talking today about the Tottenham Hotspur versus Bournemouth game. I'll be honest, I'm not excited for this at all. I don't think it's going to be a good watch. I really don't think it's going to be a good watch. I think it's just going to be, so, I don't know. It's going to be so just full of trying to block, trying to break down Burnley, trying to somehow get the ball in the net, and it's just going to be one of those games where I feel like we need to take our chances. And if we don't take our chances, we could be in a very, very bad place. You know those kind of games where it's like almost every single chance you have, you need to score, you need to be clinical, otherwise opposition will capitalize on it. That's won this game. That's this game for me. I think we need to beat what's it called? Burnley. Must. Yeah. What we got? Obviously, comments. You guys drop a comment down below. Get your comments in so I can know who's here. So all right. So I'm gonna start off with. I'm not gonna do score predictions so early. I want to do a little lineup prediction. Let's do a little lineup prediction. Just so everyone. Beforehand, Ange has just released his press conference. Wayne Bonner in here. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to beat Burnley 3-0, 3-1 tomorrow. The FA Cups are coming home where it belongs this season. Wayne Bonner, obviously. Wait, by the way, Wayne, is it okay if I call you Wayne? It's just easier. Because I don't know if it's a Bonner or Bono or... Yeah, I'm just going to call you Wayne, mate. Big up to Wayne, who's obviously a regular in the chat. Makes the streams even more entertaining. Gio's in here. Gio, big up. Morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are around the world. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video, on the live stream. How many likes are we on? We're on 9 likes, so big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. I'm going to now read out a couple of the quotes that Ange Postecoglou has released. Starting off with, let me get into it. All right, Alistair Gold. Big up to Alistair Gold. Taylor Johnson. I reckon Solomon will be in the squad tomorrow. I mean, you never know, don't you? You actually never know. Let me just clear my thing so you can actually properly see me. You actually never know, do you? Because we didn't know Bentancur was back, but he was back. We might see Solomon tomorrow. I hope we do, because he's a fantastic player. Honestly, I think he's a fantastic player. All right. What else? What else? All the comments, obviously. If you guys got any questions, you want to interact with me, comment down below. I'm going to be reading out every single comment and try my best to react to every single comment. So please keep the comments coming. It just makes it live even more interesting, and just more. It's nicer to talk to people, you know. All right. But who's going to be Tottenham Hotspur's new captain? So, Postecoglou on Maddison and Romero. Maddison not training with us yet, mate. And I've said before, until they training with us, it is hard for me to put a timeline on it. He's running with the sports science crew, but not with us, and not likely to be with us in the next couple of weeks. I don't think Cristian is still very early stages. A couple of weeks, I don't think. Cristian is still very early stages. Postecoglou on signing his centre back early in the window. It is hard to say because I don't get involved in that side of it. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. It is hard to say because I don't get involved in that side of it. What? Think Davis will be captain if none of the vices are back. I think it should be Bentancur. I'm just saying, I think Bentancur should be the captain. I know Davis is the next one up, but I would personally give it to Bentancur. All right, guys, can we just react to this? Ange Postecoglou has just said he's not getting involved with that side of it. What, the side of signing players? Bit weird. Bit weird. I'm not even gonna lie. I wish I could bring it up, but whatever. It's hard to say because I don't get involved in that side of it. As I said, leading into the window, we've got some objectives and some targets, and we're working towards that. People behind the scenes and in charge of those areas are working towards that, and my role within that is when I'm sort of guidance and clarity on which way we need to go. I provide that. Interesting. I'd give Vicario the captain's armband. Interesting to see if Van der Ven plays tomorrow. I'd rather save him for the United game. Yeah. All right. So before we react to that, Ange Postecoglou, well, like I said, the comments come first before anything else. So thank you, obviously, to Wayne and to Taylor, who's keep on commenting. Big up to yourselves. And Gio, obviously. Interesting you'd give Vicario. I can see the mentality of Vicario. Like, I can see the captain material. He is the captain material. He likes to get involved with the defenders because he probably gets a bit too lonely at the back there. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it to Vicario either. I wouldn't mind at all. Okay, so I it looked like Postecoglou's basically saying he'll give his advice, he'll give his guidance, but at the end of the day, he doesn't want to he doesn't get involved in that. In what, in the transfer side? Interesting. The Spurs boss was asked if he wants to keep Eric Dyer. I think Eric is contracted to this football club and he is as much in control of his destiny as anyone else. Interesting. Great to see Johnson getting a lot of assists. I think he'll be a big player for us. I think in the future he'll be a big player, but right now he's not really living up to that 50 mil price tag. I'll be honest. Right now he's not. Has he done enough for you to say, yeah, he's worth that 50 mil? Personally, for me, no, he hasn't. In the future, yes. In the future, yes. Right now, no. Right now, no. He's not worth that 50 mil. So it looks like, by the way, so I think Eric is contracted to this football club and he is much in control of his destiny as anyone else. Basically, he's out. Does Postecoglou have an ideal number of new faces he'd like? Postecoglou says no, it doesn't work that way. There are a lot of moving parts in a window like this. Like I said, January you don't expect too much in terms of activity. But again, I've said before is that every opportunity we have to strengthen the team, strengthen the squad, we should try and take. Depending on sort of the opportunities we have to do that this month, we'll try and do. Solid. So at least he's not stupid. Ange's not stupid. He's aware that the fact that we need to make a lot of changes, at least 2-3 changes. Johnson for me won't start showing why we paid so much for him till next season. Fair enough. Fair enough. Why, Wayne? Do you think it takes Johnson? Do you think it will take Johnson around a year to get involved in Ange's system? Because that's what it sounds like. I'll tell you what. For me, I don't think every player will take them a year to get involved. But I understand why you're saying, it'll take him a year, especially in that attacking position. Because if you think about it, in that right wing position, he's got also a lot of competition. Kulusevski, if you like it or not, Brian Gill as well. So Brian Gill, Brent Johnson, Kulusevski. Yeah. Um. What else? What else? Looks like that's kind of it in terms of Ange's comment. Now, I want to get into a combined lineup with you guys in the chat. All right. Let's start the combined lineup in the chat. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. Right, who is starting in our combined lineup? Chat, I want you to get involved. I want to get you guys, solid. I want to get your answers and everything. So, yeah, be up to Matthews in here. I'm quickly gonna read out these comments. He's already shown us showing glimpses, but Ange needs a full team. Ange needs a full pre-season with him. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's still getting output and think the slander towards him is unjust. Okay. Okay, I can understand why you're saying it's unjust, but okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If we get Jota the Celtic, it will be great for us. And the last time a certain Portuguese came in the Prem, you know what happened. We do know what happened. I would take him. I'd take Jota all day. I'll be honest. I'll take Jota all day. Has to be Vic, says Taylor. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big up to Matty, obviously a new one in here. Hope you're doing well. Never seen you before. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, mate. If you're enjoying this content, subscribe and why not support another Spurs channel? Obviously, we're trying to grow as much as possible and drop a like on this video if you have not. And also remember to answer the poll because I'm actually starting to properly have a look at these polls and we're seeing it. It is a 100% that well, full votes, but 100% full people think we're gonna score 2 goals. Fair enough. Drop a like on this video, obviously, if you're new. Has to be Vic, says Taylor, obviously. Okay, let's start off with the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper has to be Vicario. Lads, I want a simple yes or another player. So if I say to you, for example, goalkeeper Vicario, you guys comment down below yes, or you guys comment down below Whiteman or Fraser Forster. Yeah. Okay, so we'll play like that. We'll go like that. I say combine 11 goalkeeper. Taylor says it has to be Vic. Yeah, fair enough. I agree. It looks like it's going to be Vic for this one. Taylor says, yes, big up to yourself, Taylor. All right, let's go into left backs and right backs. Because I want to get into the fullbacks, to the centre backs after. So let's get into the left back and right back. Left back for me, it's interesting because I feel like we need Udogie going forward to try and break the line with his pace and to get back on the defense, but as well as I want to rest him for United. When are we playing United? We're playing United on Sunday. Yeah, okay. So Taylor's saying Reguilon, but the way I don't think, but Reguilon's never trained before with Ange. He doesn't know Ange's system. Do you think he can learn Ange's system in what 4 days? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm not gonna go with Reguilon. I personally would go for. I'd go for Ben Davis. Would I? Would I? No, because the thing I'm trying to think is the two centre backs. No, you know what? We're going to go with Udogie. You understand why? I'm going to go with Udogie for the left back. Who are you going for on the left back? And the right back, I'm going to go for Emerson Royale. Left back, Destiny Udogie. Right back, Emerson Royale. I want Porro to get some rest. Don't want to just play him for no reason. I want him to get some rest. Be ready for the next game, because next game is going to be a big, big, big game. As I'm sure you are aware, because we are playing Manchester United. And it's not an easy one at all. Not an easy one at all. What we saying? What's everyone saying? Because I think right back, in terms of, you got more players you can kind of rest in a way. No, I mean, I feel like you can take a chance of resting the likes of Pedro Porro in that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let's see what the comments are saying. Um, what's people saying? Right back, Emerson, and left back, Udogie. Um, yeah. So I think we can go left back, Udogie, right back, Porro. And now we're going to be talking about the two centre backs. Because I think this one here is very, very, very controversial. It's very controversial. Some people are going to say, "Nah, we need to play. We need to be playing, two solid centre backs." I'm saying maybe we play Ashley Phillips. Maybe we can play some Ashley Phillips. Taylor saying Davis and Phillips. I agree. You know why? I agree with you, because I think we need some experience in there, which I feel like Davis actually provides us. But on the contrast, it's like Phillips is new. We want to see how he plays and how he integrates into the Tottenham Hotspur team. Definitely pros and cons about that, but I think it's important. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, but I do think he can do really, really well. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously make sure to subscribe to the channel. We want to try and get as much support from you guys as possible. And yeah, so whoever can subscribe. The link is the top of the stream. So what's everyone saying in regards to the two centre backs? Is everyone agreeing with here? There we go. Is everyone agreeing with Taylor in terms of we need to be playing Davis and Phillips? Yes, mate. Big up to Danny Kiriako. Honestly, big, big, big fan of you. Yeah, all over the YouTube channel, Spurs YouTube channel. So big up to yourselves. And yeah, I forgot to mention. I forgot to even put this in. If anyone does want to join, there's a link. We're doing a little combined 11 right now. So if anyone does want to join, more than welcome. Pop up. Talk to me, have a little conversation. So big up to Danny. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're having a great, great, great day. And yeah, keep up, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So the two centre backs, I agree here with Taylor. I think it's Davis and Phillips. For me personally, I feel like Phillips can provide us new idea in terms of what he can offer us. Right now, none of us really know what he can offer us, except for on the YouTube clips, which I don't think that provides us much detail. Because if you actually think about it, the YouTube clips only provide us the best moments of a player. It doesn't show us the worst. So Phillips is 100% my one in. Davis is in for me. All right, now into the midfielders. I think the midfielders is an interesting talking point, because it depends on how you want to set yourself. I think we have to go with the cam here against Burnley. I'll tell you why. Because this cam position needs to break the line. I'd like to see Phillips or Dorrington get some game time against Burnley. Yeah, 100%. The way I'm seeing this is I'm seeing give Phillips around a good 75 minutes, and then bring on Dorrington for about 15, 20 minutes plus extra time. Honestly. Um Hang on. What is this? Sorry lads. Yeah. What's people saying for the midfield? But big up. Yeah, I agree with this comment, Wayne. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, bro. Benten Kulusevski and Kulu. I think that's straight up. Oh, oh, sorry. Very carefully. We actually got a really interesting tweet here from the Spurs Express. Ange Postecoglou was asked. Whether or not he would rather he'd prefer to win a cup or qualify for Champions League. He says, I don't know. I know what I feel about it, which is, like I said, every competition I've been in, I want to win. So I don't really rank them or diminish one against the other. To win any to win any trophy, you have to earn it, whether that's domestic or continental. Everything's a hard earned. I haven't sensed anything within the football club that this isn't a competition that's important. The club does have a history in this competition, won it numerous times. Some of the greatest memories that many living Spurs fans will have will be around the FA Cup. So certainly don't see it that way. I don't think one thing impacts the other. I don't know why whatever your ambitions are in the league, that has to impact your ambitions in the cup competition. Well spoken. Well spoken. Wayne says Benten Kulusevski Kulu. Yep, 100% agree with you. Uh, um, Oh, Ted saying Gio Bentancur and Donnelly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with I don't know. Donnelly D8, Bentancur 6, and Gio 10. I like what Taylor's saying here, but the problem for me here is I feel like the inexperience will come into play, and I don't like to just shove someone straight up, even though it's an FA Cup. I don't like to do that. I'd much prefer my team to be out there solid, and then we slowly bring them in, especially when Ange has never actually brought them in a game. He's never seen them on an experienced team. Wayne is probably right, but I'm just being experimental. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with Wayne here. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna go with Wayne here with Bentancur, Celso, and Kulu. I'm gonna go with your um. I'm gonna go with your midfield three on from the 75th minute and past. So I think Donny should come in ahead of Kulu and then maneuver Gio to that cam position, playing Bentancur as a 6 and Jamie Donny as an 8. But I would like Donny to get half an hour. Yeah, I agree. I think he should get some minutes 100% now, especially. So let's just recap a little bit about our combined 11. Um, we've got sorry, we have got um, we've got Vicario in goal. We have then shortly after we've got the fullbacks of Pedro Porro and Emerson Royal, which I think those two fullbacks, especially nowadays, is actually not bad in terms of a cup competition. And yeah, so midfield we've got Bentancur, Celso, and Kulusevski. Now, combined lineup, the left wing spot. I'm going to go with, from what we understand, from what we know, I'm gonna go with a Brian Gill. I'm gonna go with Brian Gill on that left hand spot. I think I want to see him on the left hand spot. I think he can do well on that left hand spot, especially now the fact that he's our only natural left winger, given the fact that Solomon's out and Perisic is out, from what we understand. Um, who else? Who else is in it? So yeah. But you never know. You never know. Maybe you might see if Kulusevski on the left, like we are Tottenham TV predicted. You never actually know. So that's my left wing spot. Who are you guys on your left wing? I think it should be him on the left wing, Brian Gill. On the right wing, I'm going to go with Brennan Johnson. I think that's kind of obvious. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think Ben Johnson's actually the first one on my mind for that right wing spot. Unless you play Kulusevski right wing and putting Donny up in that cam position. But I think that right wing has to be Has to be Bren Johnson. And as a striker, as my striker, I'm gonna go with Richarlison. I want to see Dane Scarlett come on though. Very, very, very important. Well, guys, what is your score prediction for the game? What are you guys saying? Are you guys saying can we get the win? Can Tottenham Hotspur somehow get the win? What are you guys saying? Gill and Johnson either side of Richie. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I think in terms of Gill, it's just a shame we didn't really get to see you know much of him in terms of I just don't think we've seen enough of him. He comes on as a substitution, and I don't know. I feel like it's it's like we don't see enough of him yet. He plays every single game. Like, is it just me or who thinks that? Let's see what the comments are saying. Oh, big up. Shame Veliz is injured. He would have started. I agree. I think Veliz would have started. I'm just taking all the Instagram match preview versus Burnley. Yeah, I think he would have started Veliz, I'll be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop a like on the video. We're trying to grow as much as possible, so whoever can drop a like on the video, be gratefully appreciated from all of us at Spurs Live. And yeah, hopefully you're having a brilliant day as well. Taylor saying 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say no to that, am I? I'll take that all day. There we go. Bang. Just telling all the Spurs Live Instagram Donnies to come on because they are being a bit lazy right now. They need to come on. They need to jump on to see what actual content is happening on here right now. But what else? What else are people saying? Do you guys want me to do a quick transfer roundup right now beforehand? Let me quickly just tell everyone on the Instagram people to come up, to come and showcase themselves on the YouTube channel. Yeah, let's bring them up. Donna Cullen, Bug One, Mr. Josh. Yes, hope you are doing well, Donna. Have a great day, and yeah, thanks for joining. I would love to get your thoughts on the Tottenham Hotspur versus Burnley game tomorrow. Yes, Instagram people, we are live right now on YouTube. If you do want to check us out on YouTube. Yeah, we got the comments are here are doing really well. Everyone here is commenting. It's the match preview for Tottenham Hotspur versus Burnley. Come join us on YouTube. We're going live right now. We got a comment by Taylor Johnson. Really hope Dragusin is in the door in time for United. Big up to yourself, Taylor. Big up to Donna here. Big up to Wayne. Big up to everyone in the chat of YouTube. Come join us on YouTube, Instagram, people, and we will see you in a second. The link is in the story. See you. Have a good one. That is YouTube done. That is YouTube done in terms of in terms of getting the Instagram people here. We are with the real ones on YouTube. Mr. Josh, how old are you? I mean, I don't know. Are you legally allowed to say that? Are you legally allowed to say how old you are? We'll leave that for the public to decide. Just want to be careful with what I say. It's calm. You can go say whatever you want. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna bring up. There we go. All right. Yes, Imnoff. Yes, Imnoff. Hopefully you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well today. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. What's happened? What's happening here? Right, sorry, lads. Sorry about that. Big up to Imnoff who's here. Donna Cullen, thank you very much. Very much appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, guys, what do you think the actual game versus Burnley is going to look like? Do you think we're going to take the advantage of it in terms of having the better quality players? Will we have the possession? And how will Burnley really attack us in terms of on the threat? Do you think they're gonna have do you think they're gonna have much to say on in terms of threatening us? I'm quickly gonna get the colleague on here, Matt, who is kindly joined us, who might actually join us now live. Big up to Imnol, obviously. Big up to yourself. I'm actually glad everyone's joined us today. Obviously, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video as well. We are currently on 12 likes. We're trying to grow the channel as much as possible. So any like, any subscription from anyone would be very much appreciated. It will be very, very, very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's get Matt on here. Let's see what he's saying. There we go. We're probably gonna get a couple people in here. We're gonna probably get a couple people in here. I think we will dominate. We will dominate, but I think it would be a different game if it was away at Turf Moor. Yeah, 100%. But the problem for this though is if we dominate, sure, I think that's an obvious thing. We're gonna dominate, but will we actually, in terms of will we be able to, take it to another level in terms of break their defense into pieces? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got my co-host here, obviously from Spurs Live. We are, we're joined today by Matt. Big up to Matt who's here. How are you today, Matt? You doing all right?
All good, all good.
Good. You feeling better? You're good? Healthy and wealth?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I'm sure you know as we're playing Burnley, against in the FA Cup. Big game. What are you looking forward to in this game? Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to? And just give me your overall thoughts on the game.
I don't know if there is anything I'm looking forward to. I told you last week and the week before, I'm not really looking forward to Tottenham football until February when our players are all back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd hope that we can play good attacking football. I hope Richarlison is able to continue his good form that he's found. Defensively, look, I against Burnley, our defense is good enough.
Yeah.
But we're always going to struggle when we're playing two wing backs or at centre half.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get Dragusin across the line.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be ready for Burnley, but I'm hoping
Sorry, can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah.
I'm hoping we get Dragusin across the line. He won't be ready for Burnley, but hopefully he's in by the end of the week and then he can potentially play against United if needs be. Yeah. No, I'm pretty nervous.
Overall, you confident?
No.
No.
I think we can win. I mean, look, we've just beaten Bournemouth, who are the in-form club in the league at the moment.
Yeah.
And we've just managed to beat Bournemouth. Obviously, we lost to Brighton away, but we've beaten plenty of other teams. Like we've managed to grind out results even with our sort of skeleton side.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not confident, but I think we can get.
There's plus and minuses to this game. I mean, if you actually look deep into the lineup, as if you if you're here already, I want to get your thoughts on the youth now. We did a little lineup prediction, and in the lineup prediction there was around Phillips in terms of the youngsters. The only youngster that would probably start in my lineup is probably Phillips. I don't know another youngster that probably would fit in. There was a good debate here, and I want to get you in here on this. In terms of the midfield for this game, I think obviously we need to get on a cam. We need to get as a cam. Oh, okay. I'll make sure he's ready to come on. I just want him to send me a message on the private chat if he's ready to come on, because I don't want to just put him on if he's not ready. Okay, cool. He is ready. It's Josh.
All right.
Hey. How's everyone doing? Well, this is actually quite nice.
I know, the original team back together.
Original team back together. Well, look, I'm going to bring you in here as well, Josh. We were just talking about Matt's thoughts on the game, and obviously Matt is not really that confident for the game. He's a little bit worried. But Josh, what are your thoughts going into the game? Luckily, we're home. Luckily, I'm saying it's luckily because I think it'd be a completely different story if we were away at Turf Moor. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I was annoyed before we even started because it's a late kickoff. And I don't know if anyone else, as a match-going fan, I know you boys obviously can't because you're not in the country, but as someone that likes to try and go to the games but doesn't live in London, it is an absolute nightmare. I'd have loved to have gone and started to build up some more points on my account and stuff for the later on fixtures in the Cup. But I'm not going to be able to get home from the game because it's such a late kickoff. So I think I'd like the FA to actually start looking into these sort of later kickoffs. At 7:30, I get 7 o'clock fine, but 8, and there's 8:15 on the Monday for the United Wigan game, which is just ridiculous. So FA, look into it because it's no good for fans that have to travel even an hour or two after work. But the actual game itself, I am a bit worried just because of the lack of depth. But I think we should be fine. Like the way Company was speaking, I don't know if anyone's seen what Company was saying in his press conference today. He doesn't sound too bothered if they stay in or go out. I think he's got enough on his plate. I don't think he's too worried about their result in this game. I'm not sure how strong they'll go or what their depth is even like. But I've seen that Mickey could be back, which is a nice positive, even if he doesn't start. It's good to have him in the squad again. I've missed that face. What a beautiful man he is.
He is. I mean, whenever we... What'd you say?
Beautiful man.
Beautiful man. Look, I'll tell you what. When we're texting in the middle of the game, I actually don't because I don't have Wi-Fi where I am, but I read all the messages that happened during the game in our WhatsApp chat, and it's all about the fact that we're sometimes worried, or we always talk about the great goals, but not much is talk. We don't talk that much about the youth. Now I'm going to bring Matt in here now. Very quickly, obviously, we got to the comments here. Ange tend to overestimate the injury time, like Bentancur, etc. Romero could be back for the United. By the way, I think this is a positive. I'm just saying. I think if Ange overestimates the injury, he's saying to us it's going to be back in 2 months, and then 2 weeks later he's back. That's a positive. I'll take that. Will Gil Scarlett get a chance seeing Son off to the Asian Cup? So we're literally going to get into that now. Matt, I was about to ask you. There's the lineup. We're going to just do the lineup in general. In the lineup, how many youngsters? Now we all know what youngsters are. I'm not saying Gil as a youngster. I'm saying youngsters in terms of youth products. How many do you think will start in the game? Over how many do you think will come in during the game?
I don't think any will start the game.
Okay.
We've seen Ange this season. I mean, we've been absolutely ravaged by injuries and suspensions, and yet we've never seen a youth product.
Yeah.
So I don't see Ange suddenly starting now. I mean, you talk about players like Dorrington. Like, is he ready to come into the team? Ange obviously doesn't think so. Look, we've been playing Davies and Emerson at centre-back. Realistically, if you thought Phillips was ready, Phillips would be playing because he is a made centre-back. You don't play him as... Do you know what I mean? You don't play a left-back and a right-back instead of a centre-back. So I don't think we'll see any youth starting, to be honest, at all.
Okay. And how many do you think are going to come on then? Do you think we'll see anyone even for a couple minutes?
Depends on score, surely. Like if we're like 3-4 up, we'll see like Donnelly, Dorrington, maybe like Santiago if he's in the squad. Like,
well, Josh, what do you think? Do you, in the lineups, do you think anyone's going to start?
Well, Dane's back now, isn't he? So
yeah,
great day. And I know, was it Ali Gold that mentioned that he's ahead of Veliz in the pecking order anyway?
He is.
And I feel like Veliz was getting his chances before his injury. It was shot for another 2 months. We'll probably see him back in the squad next week, knowing Ange. But I think if anyone's going to start that's a youth product, it will be Scarlett. And he'll play maybe Richarlison on left wing because I'm not that convinced by Hill. But then again, it is a good chance for Brian Hill to get some more minutes against a pretty weak team in Burnley in terms of, I think that Burnley probably suits him more than any other Premier League team to play against because they're not exactly physically overbearing like a lot of the other sides.
Well, that's interesting you say that. It's interesting you say that because very quickly reminds me when everyone wanted Jose to start Parrott against Norwich in the cup and he missed a decisive pen. Look, do you guys think that I know Josh, you said Scarlett should start, but do you not anyone here can answer, it's just free throw, do you guys not think that it's just not going to happen because the fact that they've only come back to Tottenham 4 days ago and they're not going to know Ange's system? I mean, especially there was someone here who said, I'm going to bring up the comment. Someone here said Reguilon should start left back. Here, Taylor.
No.
Taylor said Reguilon should start left back. I'm just saying left back is probably the most different position in terms of how much it's different.
Has Reguilon been recalled?
Yeah, he's back.
United
have got their left backs back now, so they've sent him back.
Oh, so it was United's decision, not ours?
Yes, it was United's decision, but apparently the deal was that they were always going to do this and we were going to send him straight back out wherever. So there's room for
that can't happen though.
No, he can't. He can't play for your English club. So
does that have to be in the contract?
Yeah, so if he's been recalled, he can go back out because he's only played for United. He hasn't played for Spurs this season. He only played our pre-season.
Yeah.
He's played no competitive games for Tottenham. So I don't think we can play him because you're right. I think if we play him, that's it. We can't send him back out. So I think the idea is now he's not going to be able to play any football until he goes back again.
But then I'm going to out of all of our positions, like Udogie's been unbelievable this season.
I think he's borderline undroppable for any fixture at the minute.
Yeah, so like I don't see Reguilon getting a start.
No, I can't see Reguilon getting a start. I didn't like him in pre-season in the system. I remember all the way back to pre-season. And at least Scarlett's played in pre-season, so he should know a bit of Ange's, like sort of demands and philosophy and tactics.
Also, I think a centre forward position. I feel like centre forward is the position that can slot in easiest at short notice. Out of everywhere that needs to understand the system, out of everyone who needs to understand the system, I feel like a centre forward, because all you're really doing is saying, right, we press high, chase them down, score some goals.
Yeah. Do you not think that the big part, I think at least this is the big part of the centre forward is to create runs, and what you see about Richarlison a lot is he drops back to defend. I know this is not it's not what he's supposed to do, to drop back to defend, but I'm just trying to think, like, if you were to play any other striker at Tottenham right now, could they do a job at there? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Job in this game, like, but this is like an audition game, really, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to treat it like that, but for the attackers, there is spots available. Like Richarlison will probably keep starting up front, but on the wing, unless we bring in a winger, which I quite like. I know someone just commented about us negotiating with Al Ittihad for Jota, which I don't think is a bad stopgap. I don't think he's the long-term solution, but I think he's a decent player to have in the team.
I'd like Jota.
I think we need a winger badly, really badly.
Centre back and winger are the two positions that I think we desperately need. With Basuma and Sarr both going to AFCON, I am a little worried about our midfield over the next month.
Okay.
Me too. There's not too many games though, and Lo Celso can play. But there's not too many games. I think it'll be Højbjerg skips back now, Lo Celso and Kulu.
Well, I just heard apparently if Tottenham beat Burnley today, where the next game is on the 27th of January, I think.
Yeah. I think there's a 2-week period between United and the next Premier League fixture, and then
Yeah.
that will become that middle ground, if you know what I mean. That week in between, that will become the 4th round or whatever it is, 5th round.
Yeah. Well,
I think.
sorry, Matt. What were you saying? I cut you off there. Sorry. Do you remember what you're saying?
No idea.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna say this anyway.
Oh no,
Do
he
you?
was worried about the midfield depth. But
Oh yes,
it
yes.
depends on how many games
Yeah,
he's got.
I am, because Højbjerg, I do rate Højbjerg, but I don't know how well he fits into our system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's talk of him leaving, which is fine, but he needs to be replaced. Kulusevski and Lo Celso, I rate. Obviously, if we can get Madders back, if we got Kulusevski, Lo Celso, Madders, brilliant. We've then got great attacking part of the midfield, but we're really lacking. So unless we then, well, I suppose we could play Kulusevski, Lo Celso, and Bentancur, maybe.
Yes.
Yep.
I keep forgetting he's back, actually, because I was so unexpected to see him last time. I keep forgetting that Bentancur's back now. That's a massive thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do. I'd play Kulu, Lo Celso, and Bentancur. I think that would be my option. I think Skip has to go. I just don't rate him.
Me too. I know. I hate to say that. I just don't see it.
I really like him. I love Skippy. He's our boy. He's a Tottenham boy. All of that, but I just don't.
We've been here before, though, haven't we? Like Tom Carroll, Tom Huddleston, Ryan Mason, like Jake Livermore. I would love for one of our academy products to shine in the first. Winksy. Like, I'd love one of our academy products to really shine and go on to become a top player. But
out of those boys you mentioned, I reckon Huddlestone was the best.
I think Winksy was better than Huddleston.
Mate,
remember that ball striker, but I think
remember that goal he scored against City.
Yeah, that was a work. Yeah, but he's a great ball striker, but he wasn't a great player.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd love to have a world-class midfielder, and unfortunately none of them are. They're all very much mid.
Is anyone in agreement that Sarr is the biggest midfield loss like this month? Obviously not discounting Madders because he was already out, but I think Sarr is actually so imperative to everything that we do.
I think Sarr's been fantastic this season. He's a young player.
That ball covers is insane.
It's his lanky legs that just get somehow into every single tackle. It's like he's running, and if he loses the ball, he sticks his leg in and he gets the ball back. It's like, and he also what I'm sure all of you see is he brings this new like breath of fresh air into the team in terms of it's just more energized. I mean that whole midfield three which we're talking about. Have you noticed one thing that all three of us are really saying? And none of us are talking that CDM spot. Nobody anymore is talking about Bissouma. I mean, none of you mentioned him. And I think I think moving forward, Tottenham Hotspur should play, in my opinion, a 2 central midfielders and a cam, and not a CDM instead of a cam. Do you guys get me? What are your thoughts?
I don't think that works in balance, but
I think our system works better with 2 cams and 1 CDM.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think the thing with Bissouma, I think the reason that none of us have mentioned him is I don't think Bissouma can be who he is without Sarr. And that's a dangerous player to have. If you have a player that can't be the best that they are without playing next to a certain player, that's a massive deficiency and worry for me. Because we all know he hasn't been the same against Luton, but whenever Sarr doesn't play, Bissouma doesn't play to his best.
What about Romero though? I feel like with Mickey van der Ven, it's just made him a better player for Romero, and I feel like he loses his temper, Romero, quite easily without Mickey van der Ven.
Each other better, but what I'm saying is that Bissouma is so better when he plays compared to when he's on his own. Whereas I think Romero and van der Ven are excellent without each other regardless. They make each other better when they play together, but they're excellent regardless. Sarr is always excellent every time he plays, essentially, for Tottenham. Whereas Bissouma, when Sarr doesn't play, there's a noticeable drop-off.
Yeah. I think also, yeah. Do you think maybe I just want to react to this comment here. Højbjerg for you. He's been linked away from Tottenham Hotspur this
Juventus,
January transfer window. Do you think it's a good move for us in terms of if we get Chiesa? I mean, for me, I think it's a no-brainer. I'll take this all day.
I love that comment. Højbjerg plus cash for Chiesa.
Yeah.
I would snap that up.
I really like Chiesa. Even despite his injury record, I still really like Chiesa, and that would work fine for me. But I think the only reason that wouldn't happen is because Spurs would say, well, we need the centre mid still. And then I think Gallagher, who's the one that they seem to really want, is going to cost 50. So
and you know what? I don't want them to spend 50 mil again. I want them to go on the database and, really think data-wise and not who's the best player out there.
I think Gallagher is excellent data-wise, but I just think that he's going to cost a lot of money and we're not going to spend that much in January. As in, we're always going to get, hopefully, I can't say his name, probably Richarlison. Yeah. It's an estimate. Well, we're saying we've gone in at 22 or 23 and they want 30.
Like they want 30.
So we're going to probably settle on about 25. And then you imagine they'll get the winger in if it's Jota, whether there's a fee or a loan to be decided. So you can imagine that there's actually, unless we sell Højbjerg first, there's not a lot of cash to play with.
Yeah. Well, look, I think I would take Gallagher if it was around 30 mil. I'll take him. Matt, would you take Gallagher if it means, I don't know, like would you take Gallagher for 50 mil? Or no. What changes? How would you get Gallagher? I personally wouldn't as well, by the way.
I'd pay 50 million for Conor Gallagher.
Nah.
Not in January.
Look, I'm going to be honest, right? If we were Manchester City, I'd be like, yeah, pay 50 mil for Conor Gallagher, but we're not. If we pay 50 mil for Conor Gallagher, all we're going to see is deficiencies in other positions later down the line because we spent the money.
Yeah, if 50 for Gallagher meant that we couldn't buy a better winger that we wanted, then yes, I'd agree.
Yeah, and that's the point. I think as a Tottenham fan, that's what we need to consider. If I was Manchester City right now, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay 50 mil for Conor Gallagher because I know I can spend 50 mil on every single player, right? Yeah. But for Tottenham, that's not going to happen. And I said,
we never know how much money we've got.
We've got like 200 something mil we can spend in the transfer window. Apparently,
we've got loads of money, but we just don't spend it.
Yeah, this is what I mean, though. Like, I always feel like by the end of the window, every statistic we're in, we've always spent like 150 to 200 mil. And I look around, I'm like, where? Like genuinely, where did we spend that money?
Well, yeah, but you've also got to bear in mind that every single statistic normally includes players that we took on a loan with an option to buy 2 years ago.
Yeah, right. Technically the summer we bought Porro and Udogie, didn't we?
So, we had Porro and Udogie, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they're like, oh, you spent 150 million this summer. It's like, where? And then you're like, oh, okay. Well, half of that is for players that we've already had for a year. And Gallagher's
a clickbait. There's around 70 mil for transfers. What you lads saying about that?
I mean, look, if we can get Dragusin in for, I'd say 27 million euros.
Okay.
So about 23, 24 million pounds. I think
that's fine. I think that's like standard market price for a young defender nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know a lot about him. I haven't really seen him play much. But what I have seen is the opinions of other people about him.
Mm.
Like, the Italians don't want to lose him. And they rate him very highly. There's a few clubs sniffing around him. There's other clubs bidding for him. So to me, I think Dragusin.
Can I ask you boys a question here? I would love to ask you guys a question. Huh?
I don't know if Solomon's better than Jota.
No, well, don't ask Josh about that. Josh is the biggest Solomon fan for no reason I've ever seen in my life.
You lads, listen.
Goes,
I love Solomon.
What a player! Seriously.
What players?
Josh, you say it for no reason. We know exactly the reason.
We know the exact reason that he loves Solomon. It's ridiculous.
Josh is from Israel.
Solomon sneezes and he goes, "Wow, that was world class."
Yeah, because he's Israeli.
look. You have to say it like this. Number one, Jota. I think it's two different class. I think it's two different classes. Like Solomon, he's always been, in my opinion, he's never really been insane. Like I think, bloody hell, are you guys seeing
What's
this as
going on?
well?
I was going to say, what's going on here?
What the hell's happening here? Oi, lads,
What is
the hell
happening?
happening here? We're getting like
Like
76
80
views,
views, just
80
going
views.
up.
What the hell? This is mental. Well, all right, I think this is a
This is
great
what
time
happens
to
when the
plug
trio
it.
gets back
Oh my
together.
gosh.
The trio gets back together, things happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
Boys,
ladies and
we
gentlemen,
create magic.
subscribe. I don't know where you guys are from, but subscribe. Oi. Subscribe if you're new.
This is what happens when me and Matt come back. We need to come back more often.
Yeah, lads, look at this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, look, I'm actually lost for words right now.
That's a little spike. But,
Yeah, it's
anyway,
actually quite nice.
back to bashing Solomon.
Back to Fashion Solomon. No, I think you can't really compare Jota to Solomon right now. You can't really do this. It's not really fair. I think. Yeah, Mappin saying 17 people are watching.
Maybe our thing's gone weird. I don't know because
Yeah, maybe StreamYard have just tried to.
Socials that we're streaming on though.
Yeah, probably is. Whatever.
Anyway,
So yeah, I think obviously you guys know my thoughts on Solomon. I think he's great. He just needs his time to prove it. None of us can really say he's had the time and day to prove it. When he has come on, he's looked good. Shame he's got injured, and actually right now we could really deal with him right now. Cheers, Ellie. Thank you. Apparently you did a promo, so yeah, thank you very much, Ellie. Appreciate it. Says that 1.4. No, that's the subs, mate. That's the subs.
I wish, yeah, that'd be.
I wish,
nice.
yeah. So lads, look, coming into the game, Burnley, it's looking like it's going to be an exciting game, in my opinion, at least. Matt's slightly not convinced.
No, I think it'll be exciting.
Yeah,
but that doesn't take away from my nerves.
Of course, I think all of us as being Spurs fans, we always have nerves. Yeah, so lads, well, anything else you guys want to talk about? Like, we're here. Let's say we'll go live for another 10 minutes. What does anyone else want to talk about?
Okay, so question: if we get Dragusin, do we need another centre back?
At some point, but it's not the next priority. If you get what I mean.
Okay.
So if we get Dragusin, if we get him, the next priority is winger. Centre mid, box to box centre mid. So
would you?
Sorry, lads. Very, very quickly. I know where this is coming from. It's coming from the Twitter because Spurs. Last word on Spurs retweeted it. So yeah, be up to them. Sorry, continue with that.
Yeah, cheers, last word on Spurs. Okay, so would you be happy with Dragusin and Chiesa as our only two signings in January?
If it's Chiesa, yeah, I think you got to take that, but. If our signings are Dragusin, a winger, just a decent starting winger that can come in and make an instant impact, and then preferably if we sell Højbjerg, another box-to-box midfielder, that I'd be happy with that January. It's so early doors. I think we can't get too ahead of ourselves and be wanting. I don't want to buy players for the sake of players. I'd rather not buy a player and wait for the right player.
Yeah. No, look. I think
Stephen, you're an idiot. Ange needs to stay whether we win this or not.
No, but he does need to take this seriously though, because if we go out of the cup early again, then I'll be really angry. Because this is classic Spurs to not take it seriously again. It's the only lesson that this club never seems to learn. Is taking the cup seriously.
But I feel like Ange learned his lesson against Fulham in the League Cup. I feel like he's learned his lesson, and he's not going to do that again.
I just feel like you took it a bit too much to the heart, Ange. When all of us fans were getting upset that he played all these youngsters, he said, "You know what? I'm not playing youngsters for the end of the season now. 6 months, no youngsters for you lot."
I feel for him. I don't think he realised quite how anxious fans are about this trophy thing. We've been getting battered for this for years. like ever since you've probably become a Spurs fan, Josh, you've probably been getting rinsed for this ever since you were born, basically. So
No,
I'm
very
not
true.
gonna lie. I'm 36 years old, and we've had 3 trophies in my lifetime.
Oh man.
we've had one in my lifetime. I was born in 2001, and we've won one.
Yeah, we have one in my lifetime as well. Come on, let's
No,
go.
To be honest, lads, I just want to get to at least a semi so that we can do a little Spurs Live match day vlog, hopefully, at Wembley. How good would that be?
Take that. I'll take that all day. By the way, that's a slight spoiler for the fans out there. But look, I really want to go back to that question that Matt asked earlier. If we had Dragusin and Chiesa, is that counted as a good enough transfer window for me? Absolutely not. I think, especially when you talk about the amount of money we're saying each one is going to go for. You know, you get Dragusin for 23 mil, and Chiesa, what are we saying? Chiesa's a 40 mil. What are we saying? I'm not going past 40 mil, is he?
Depends on how desperate Juve are for cash.
Yeah.
Personally,
should we go 50 mil just for maths?
Well, because we've been looking at their other winger, haven't we? What's his name? The English winger.
Here, isn't it this Donny? Where is he?
No?
Ealing Junior. Big up to Who's News, yeah.
I mean, so I think Juve are probably willing to ship a winger, maybe, and they're not exactly. I don't think they're top of Serie A at the minute. I think it's Inter at the minute. So, but I don't know how well selling Chiesa would go down with Juve fans. So, but there's no more injury-prone players at Spurs. Like, my heart can't take any more injuries. I can't do it.
I saw a video on Instagram where, you know how you got those what's the thing called when they come and crack your back? What's the thing called? It's been going around. Yeah. It's basically him just taking a mannequin and just slam it against, just saying that's a Tottenham. That's a Tottenham.
Stuff. What are they doing to our players? Seriously.
You know what? That's a great topic conversation. I mean, lads, what do you think? It's not a problem in game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this right now.
I've seen a few people saying that it's Ange's fault for the tactics. I'm not hearing that. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm sorry. Jurgen Klopp played way more intense football than this in his first couple of seasons, and their injuries were nowhere near as bad as this. After 4 or 5 years of these tactics, that's when I could hear people saying, after 5 years of playing these tactics, then players are starting to get injured because of the intensity of the football. But I'm not trying to hear it after a few months. This isn't Ange's fault.
Matt, do you think maybe it's the training is something's wrong going on in the training where they're putting too much effort into the training, or they're just not taking it enough, easily? I don't know.
I don't think so, because if you look at the injuries we've had, right? Ivan Perisic, knee.
Yeah.
Alejo Veliz, knee.
A hamstring for Van der Ven.
Ankle.
Maddison was his ankle, was it? Yeah. So, these are joints. It's not they're not muscle injuries. They're joints, right? They're doing ligaments and stuff like that.
Hamstring is a muscle injury, no?
No, obviously Van der Ven, yes, but that's one out of all of them. And also, you've got to look at it. In that game, they had a 10-minute VAR review. So the players cool down, they warm up again. There's arguments that VAR caused that because the players cool down and it causes the issue. So, no, I personally don't think it's a problem with training and Ange. I think it's just unlucky.
I think everyone's getting the same level of injuries. Spurs have just been unlucky that we've had a few more than everyone else, but it's more to the fact that it's our key starters rather than anything else.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to lie, right? So Stevens just said, it's not just us, other teams and players out. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is true. But other teams don't necessarily have their core structure of their team out, right? Yeah. For us, it's our core players, right? Other teams have got a load of injuries. Brighton had a load of injuries before we played them.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Brighton had loads of injuries. Yeah, Newcastle had a fair few injuries, but I wouldn't say they're their best players.
Well, I think that a lot of their starting 11 is out, but it's just not a high quality It's 11. But the way I tried to describe it to other fans is with like Arsenal, for example, if they'd have had Spurs' injuries, it's not just a few squad players that are out. For them, their equivalent of what we've had this season is Odegaard's out, Saka's out for part of it, Saliba's out for most of it, Gabriel's out for half the season, the fullbacks are in and out from suspensions. Like Ben White, Zinchenko, they're both in and out. The DMs and centre mid, Declan Rice is out with suspension twice. It's like they are crippling injuries. Like this is why I won't hear much Ange slander, because I think he's done unbelievably well with the amount of injuries. He can't put the same squad out every week, not by choice, but because he literally doesn't have anyone available consistently week after week. I think he's done an unbelievable job with what he's got so far. I think he's had the hardest start of any manager.
If you even think about it, Ange's not through the door yet, and Harry Kane's already out the door. We get all of our injury, like Matt said and you said, our core structure of our team, that the spine of the team gets injured. Everyone there, Mickey Van der Ven, Romero, Bissouma, Madders, and the striker. Well, with striker, we basically play without a striker. But I mean, that's one of the worst things that can happen for a football team. Plus, you get suspensions such as Bissouma gets red cards, Romero gets red cards, Udogie gets a red card. Doesn't really help. But lads, let's just very much close this now. So, can everyone just shout out your score prediction and yeah, let's go.
Do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
Why are you doing this? We get a high viewership for once, and you know that I'm the one that's like all pessimistic and negative. You make me go first, but no, I think I'm gonna. I'd like to think that Ange has learnt his lesson, and he's gonna put out a decently strong lineup. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Spurs. I'm gonna go 3-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1 Spurs. Fair enough. So we're going to read out the score predictions after. So everyone get your score predictions in down below. And if you're not yet subscribed to us, go subscribe to us and get your comments down below, because we're going to be, giving a couple people shout out. So Matt, what is your score prediction for Tottenham versus Burnley?
2-1 to Spurs.
2-1. You
Spurs.
literally predicted us to beat City. What was it, like 4-0 or something like that? No,
Villa. I know. Villa,
4-0, but you'll go 2-1 at home to Burnley. You're actually an anomaly, mate. I don't understand you.
We had better players in that game.
What are you on about? We had better players in that. Yeah, because apparently our second string is better than Villa's midfield.
Also, I'd like to mention that I'd broken my arm a day beforehand, and I was very high.
You were down on painkillers.
I had no idea what I was saying.
The Instagram people were getting on to you, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, deservedly so. I was high on drugs. I don't know what I was saying. All right. And
it wasn't just the Instagram people, it was the Villa fans in our YouTube comments.
The Villa fans in the YouTube,
fan base so angry at what I lied.
So Matt's going 2-1 for Tottenham. Josh is going 3-1. I'm gonna go for I just feel like it depends on the centre backs that we put out, but I'm gonna go a 3-2. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be a close game, lots of goals. I see a 3-2 in there. But yeah, let's just quickly have a little look.
Can't you? You can see us conceding early doors and it being a horrible game.
I mean, what is it? When we concede first, we usually, or is it when we score first, we usually lose?
Yeah, we've lost the most points from winning positions of any team in the Premier League this season. We went I think we set a record of 4 games in a row taking the lead and losing. Mental.
I mean, that was a couple of seasons ago. That used to be that under Jose under Jose, we used to leave it to the last minute. But Matt, maybe this guy actually kind of agrees with you. It was a little 6-1 prediction.
Mate, this Stephen guy has got the highest expectations of any fan I've ever seen.
Big up to Stephen. And final comment for today: Taylor Johnson has Partey the best midfielder, Stephen, Rice, and Odegaard. Okay, mate. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop a like on this video. the trio are back together.
We have to get on more. Maybe this
we have
was
to
the
get on.
wake up call me and Matt needed.
Yeah,
This is it.
45.
We're back.
We are
We're
back.
back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a nice match reaction either Saturday night or
I'd say
yeah,
Saturday. We'll do it Saturday.
Yeah, straight up.
Saturday. All right, we'll discuss it in comments after, well, in chat afterwards. But yeah, we got transfer updates. You know, I'm gonna try stream every single day transfer updates. Matt and Josh are gonna, whenever they can come on, they're gonna come on. We'll obviously chat on the WhatsApp. And yeah, if you guys can just subscribe to the channel, like this video, like this live stream, and comment down below your score prediction for the game. Yeah, hopefully everyone has a great day. Come on, you Spurs, and yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Bye bye.